Hello, my name is Raka Aditya Wardana with student ID number 13122000025.
Hello, my name is Boyong Mamuka Sakti with student ID number 13122000030.
Hello, my name is Eki Febri Wardani with student number 13122000050.
My name is Valentina Lorenza and my student number ID is 13122000051.
Hello, my name is Putri Aprilia Nurjayani with ID study number 13122000102.
Today, our group will explain about federal power according to John Locke in his book entitled Two Treatises. First, I will explain from Chapter 10, namely the form of the Commonwealth, which in forming allow for the community from time to time and implementing the law. Then, the form of government is democracy. Then, with the Commonwealth not being a government but an independent community or civitas or human society. And John Locke got the word of Commonwealth is from King James.
I will describe chapter of constitutional law. The main purpose of human entry into society is to enjoy this property in peace and security. And the principal instrument and means for this are the laws anything in that society. The first and fundamental positive law of all commonwealths is the establishment of a legislative power. As the first natural law and fundamental governing, even the legislature, this legislature is not only an supreme power of the Commonwealth, but is also sacred and immutable in the hands that the community owns pledge. Although the legislative, whatever vests in one or more, whatever invariable or only intermittently talk is the supreme power in every commonwealth. Since it is only the joint power of every member of society that is left to the person of assembly, which is the legislative. It is no more than that which those people had in their natural states before they entered into society and hand in power to society. Arbitrary absolute power of rule with a permanent seat law. In other words, there is nothing the constitution, the goals of society and government. One cannot escape the freedom of nature and not commit to it, come down if not protect their life, liberty and prosperity. And with them rule of right and property to ensure peace and tranquility, he it was unthinkable that they would have to be stubborn if they had strength. It is true that a government cannot be supported without a heavy burden, and is fitting that if everyone would enjoy his share of protection past his her is property for its upkeep.
Legislative power is the power that has the right to direct how the powers of the Commonwealth are used to protect the community and its members. Because laws that must be continuously implemented and whose power is always continuing can be made in a short time, there is no need for a legislator to always exist, not to have business all the time. And next, perhaps the temptation is too great for human weakness, it tends to wield power. For the same, people who have the power to make laws also have the power to enforce them in their hands, by which they can free themselves.
Next, we're going to talk about from the subordination and the commonwealth of power. First, we must know the meaning of subordination and commonwealth. Subordination is the position of subordinate, especially in the military. And the Commonwealth is the union between the British Empire and its former countries. I agree with the statement that the legislature has the highest power, but realize that the people's power is the highest, although not considered in any government. The role of legislature is to make laws and regulation for all people. Even in Indonesia, the legislature is the people's representative council. Different from the Commonwealth of countries, where one person has a stake in the legislature or can be said to have supreme power. Which is not less important in a government institution is the executive. It is true that the regulation do need to be updated frequently, but it is very important who enforces the regulation. The legislature always hold constant and frequent meetings, but if you postpone the assembly of the people's representative, it can make the atmosphere critical. Every element in government is very important, even though the highest power remains in the hands of the people. The People Representative Council exists to listen to the people's aspiration and make people's lives prosperous. Of course, the goals of the government will not succeed without a cooperation between the government and the people.
In here, I will explain about chapter 14 about prerogative. In general, the prerogative which is owned by many kingdoms or monarchy in Europe that still exist today. This royal prerogative belong to a king apart from the right of regional or people representative, in which they have the right to participate. Include here are the right to convene, open and close or postpone meeting of parliament, as well as determine the length of their term of office. Prerogative is nothing but the power of doing public good without a rule. Locke saw the prerogative as a positive power for the public good. Therefore, the prerogative is very dependent on the policy of the king or prince. Power to act according to discretion for the common good, without a legal prescription and sometimes even against it. That is what is called prerogative.
I will describe chapter of paternal, political, and despotical power. The political relationship between the government and the people is the like relationship relationship between parents and children. The government regulates in such a way that the people do not conflict as well as the people against the government, that is, the people can be considered as a limit for the government, so that is not arbitrary. Regarding the political power that everyone has, you can see from the way the texts are divided between the people and the government. Regarding absolute power, it's really just fit at the present time because it can conflict with human rights.